Today we're cutting through the noise. In 2025, there are plenty of used Lexus listings out there, but only a handful are truly worth your money. These are the models that still feel premium, still drive like real luxury cars, and most importantly, are known for going the distance without turning into a repair bill nightmare. If you want comfort, reliability, and long-term value in one package, this list is exactly where you start. Let's get into it. If you asked a mechanic, what's the safest, smartest used Lexus sedan to buy in 2025 if I want luxury without the luxury headaches? The 2020 Lexus ES 350 would be one of the first answers you'd hear. And it's not because it's exciting or flashy, it's because the ES is basically Lexus doing what they do best: building a smooth, grown-up car that can quietly rack up huge mileage while still feeling like a premium place to spend your time. From the outside, the 2020 ES 350 still looks clean and modern in 2025. It has that sharp Lexus face, sleek LED headlights, the bold spindle grille, and crisp body lines that make it look more expensive than a typical commuter sedan. It's not trying to look like a race car, and it's not trying too hard. It looks like the kind of car a real adult buys: professional, tasteful, and built to last. Open the door and the ES immediately delivers the Lexus experience people pay for. The seats are wide, soft, and supportive, the kind of comfort you notice on longer drives when other sedans start to feel tiring. The cabin layout feels calm and organized, with solid switches and a tight build quality that holds up well over time. In a well-kept ES, you don't get that annoying used luxury problem where everything starts creaking and buzzing. Close the door, and it shuts with that muted quality thud that makes you think, yeah, this was built properly. Under the hood, the 2020 ES 350 uses a 3.5-liter naturally aspirated V6, and that matters a lot for long-term ownership. No complicated turbo system, no weird power delivery, no drama, just smooth, proven Lexus/Toyota V6 power paired with a traditional automatic transmission. Around town, it pulls away effortlessly, and on the highway, it feels relaxed and strong, not stressed. It's the kind of drivetrain that mechanics trust because it's conservative, well-tested, and designed to run for years if you simply keep up with basic maintenance. On the road, the ES sticks to its mission: comfort first. The suspension is tuned to smooth out real-world roads, patchy pavement, speed bumps, expansion joints. So instead of sharp impacts, you get more of a gentle, controlled movement. The steering is light and easy in parking lots, which makes daily driving less stressful, but it still feels stable at highway speeds. This is the kind of car you can drive for hours and step out feeling fresh, not worn out. And in daily life, the ES 350 is quietly one of the best luxury values out there. The rear seat has real adult space. The trunk is practical for luggage and groceries, and everything about the car feels designed to make your life easier, not to impress you with gimmicks that age badly. If your goal in 2025 is buy used, keep it a long time, and enjoy every mile, the 2020 ES 350 is exactly that kind of Lexus. If you want a used Lexus in 2025 that feels premium but is easy to live with every single day, the 2021 Lexus NX 300h is a smart pick. It's the kind of compact SUV that fits perfectly into real life: easy to park, comfortable in traffic, and still built with that solid Lexus feel that holds up over time. The NX 300h's hybrid setup is all about smooth, stress-free driving. Around town, it pulls away quietly, the electric assist helps in stop-and-go traffic, and it just feels calm. Exactly what you want if you're trying to keep a car for the long haul. Inside, you get a high seating position, supportive seats, and a cabin that feels tight and well-assembled, not flimsy or noisy like some used compact luxury SUVs can become. And practicality is the hidden win here: good visibility, useful cargo space, and a ride height that makes getting in and out easier without feeling like you're driving a big truck. In 2025, the NX 300h is one of those buy it once, enjoy it for years Lexus choices. If you asked a mechanic, what's the one used luxury sedan in 2025 that can save you money at the pump and still feel like a real Lexus? The 2019 Lexus ES 300h is exactly the kind of answer you'd hear. Because this car is basically the ES formula: quiet, comfortable, and built properly. Plus, one extra advantage that matters more the longer you own it. Lexus hybrid efficiency with Lexus reliability. From the outside, the 2019 ES300H looks almost identical to the ES350, and that's a good thing. You still get the sharp LED headlights, the clean body lines, and the upscale modern profile that doesn't look dated in 2025. It's a sedan that still looks expensive without trying to show off. And in the used market, that's exactly what you want. Something that feels premium even years later, not something that ages badly the moment it's out of warranty. Open the door, and the ES300H makes its biggest point immediately. This is a calm car. The seats are wide and supportive, the cabin is quiet, and the entire interior feels like it was designed to help you relax. Lexus does this thing where the materials and buttons feel solid in your hand, and even after years, a well-kept ES doesn't feel loose or worn out. Close the door, and you get that familiar Lexus sealed cabin feeling, like the outside noise gets turned down instantly. That's a big reason people keep these for a long time. They still feel nice even when the mileage climbs. Now here's where the ES300H really earns its spot on a 2025 worth buying list: the hybrid system. Lexus hybrids have been around for a long time, and this isn't some brand new, unproven experiment. It's a refined, mature setup designed for smoothness and longevity. In daily driving, the ES300H feels almost effortless, especially in city traffic. You pull away quietly, you glide at low speeds, and the transitions between gas and electric power are so smooth that most people stop noticing them after a week. And the big win here is that the hybrid system takes stress off the engine in the situations that normally wear cars down: stop-and-go driving, short trips, constant braking, and accelerating. The electric motor helps off the line. The engine doesn't need to work as hard, and the whole drivetrain is tuned for efficiency and durability instead of chasing performance numbers. That's exactly the recipe you want if you're thinking long-term ownership. On the road, the ES300H stays true to the ES mission: comfort first. The suspension smooths out rough pavement, the steering is light and easy, and the car feels stable and quiet at highway speeds. Long trips are where this car really shines. It doesn't feel tiring. It doesn't feel loud. It just settles in and does its job with that grown-up Lexus vibe. In real life, the ES300H is one of the most practical luxury sedans you can buy, used in 2025. You still get generous rear seat space, a useful trunk for daily errands or travel, and modern safety and convenience features. But you also get the kind of fuel economy that makes you feel smart every time you pass a gas station. And because it's an ES, the ownership experience is typically more about routine maintenance than surprise repair bills. If your goal is simple: buy a used Lexus that still feels premium, drives smoothly, and stays affordable to own over time, the 2019 ES300H is one of the best answers on the board. If you asked a mechanic, which used Lexus SUV hybrid is most likely to hit high mileage without turning into a constant repair story, the 2016 Lexus RX 450h would be high on that list. And the reason is simple. This RX is built around a formula Lexus has been refining for years: a proven hybrid system, conservative tuning, and a comfort-first platform that's designed to age gracefully. From the outside, the 2016 RX 450h still looks right in 2025. It has that clean, upscale Lexus shape with sharp headlights, a confident stance, and styling that doesn't feel outdated the way some mid-2010s SUVs do. It looks like a real luxury SUV, something you can pull up in anywhere and it still feels premium, not old. Open the door, and you immediately understand why RX owners keep these for a long time. The seats are wide and supportive, the driving position is relaxed, and the cabin has that classic Lexus calmness: quiet, insulated, and solid. In a well-kept RX, you don't hear constant squeaks or feel cheap plastics flexing. The doors close with a muted quality thud, and the interior still feels tight, even when the mileage is climbing. That's the difference between an SUV that just looks luxury and one that still feels luxury after years of use. Now, the big reason the RX 450h earns its spot is what's under the hood. This hybrid setup isn't some complicated experimental system. It's the kind of mature Lexus/Toyota hybrid design that focuses on smoothness, efficiency, and longevity, not chasing crazy performance numbers. In real driving, the RX 450h feels effortless. Around town, the electric motors help you glide off the line and in traffic, which makes the whole experience smoother and reduces strain on the engine in stop-and-go situations. On the highway, it settles into a quiet, relaxed cruise that feels more like a comfortable luxury sedan than a typical SUV. On the road, the RX sticks to its mission: comfort first. The suspension is tuned to handle real-world roads, patched asphalt, potholes, speed bumps, without that harsh crash you get in sportier SUVs. Steering is light and easy, so parking lots and tight streets are less stressful, but it still feels stable at higher speeds. The RX doesn't try to be a sports truck. It's designed to keep you comfortable, calm, and confident, especially on long drives where lesser SUVs start to feel tiring. And in daily life, the RX 450h is one of the most practical luxury SUVs you can buy used. Rear seat space is generous, the cargo area is easy to load, and the ride height is perfect, high enough for visibility and easy entry without feeling oversized. You get modern safety features and a premium feel, but Lexus still gives you real buttons and controls that are easier to live with long-term than touch-everything designs. From a worth-buying in 2025 perspective, the 2016 RX 450h checks the boxes that matter: quiet cabin, proven hybrid tech, strong comfort, and a reputation for aging well. Most of what you'll deal with over time is normal maintenance, fluids, brakes, tires, rather than constant luxury car surprises. If you want the used Lexus SUV in 2025 that feels the most like a tank in a suit, it's the 2014 Lexus GX 460. This is old-school Lexus SUV engineering: body-on-frame toughness, real 4x4 hardware, and a drivetrain that's built for the long haul, not just for looking good in a parking lot. The GX 460 uses a 4.6-liter naturally aspirated V8, and that's a big reason people trust these to go huge mileage. No turbo drama, no complicated, high-strung setup, just smooth, proven power that doesn't feel stressed. On the road, it's comfort-focused for what it is, but the real appeal is durability. This thing is built to handle bad roads, winters, rough conditions, and daily use without feeling fragile. In 2025, a well-maintained GX 460 is one of those SUVs you buy when you want to keep it for years and stop worrying. If you asked a Lexus technician, which used Lexus sedan feels like a real luxury flagship and can still be a long-term keeper in 2025? The 2016 Lexus LS 460 would be one of the most confident answers. This car is old-school Lexus at its best: quiet, overbuilt, and designed to feel expensive for a long time, not just when it's new. From the outside, the LS 460 has that clean, executive look that doesn't age badly. It's not trying to be trendy. It's the kind of sedan that looks like it belongs at a hotel entrance or an airport pickup lane, even in 2025. But the real magic starts when you step inside. The cabin is exactly what you want from a flagship: soft materials, solid switchgear, and a sense of calm that most luxury cars lose as they get older. In a well-kept LS, the interior still feels tight and quiet. No cheap rattles, no worn-out vibe. Close the door, and you get that classic Lexus vault-like thud that makes everything outside sound distant. Under the hood, the LS 460 uses a 4.6-liter naturally aspirated V8, and it's a big part of why this car has such a strong reputation. Power delivery is smooth and effortless, no turbo lag, no weird behavior. Just steady, refined acceleration that feels like the engine is barely working. On the highway, it cruises at low revs in near silence, and that relaxed nature is exactly what helps a drivetrain live a long life. In daily driving, the LS is all about comfort and stability. The suspension is tuned to erase rough roads, the ride is composed, and long trips feel easy. If you want a used luxury sedan in 2025 that still feels like a top-class experience, and you're willing to keep up with proper maintenance, the 2016 LS 460 is one of the best buy-it-and-keep-it Lexus choices. If you want the cheapest-to-run Lexus on this list in 2025, The 2013 Lexus CT 200h is the smart little sleeper pick. It's basically Lexus quality wrapped around a proven hybrid formula. Quiet, efficient, and built for real-world daily driving where you just want the car to start every morning and keep going. The CT 200h is perfect for city life. Easy to park, easy to maneuver, and the hybrid system shines in stop-and-go traffic. It won't feel like a fast luxury car, but it will feel solid and well-assembled compared to most small cars from the same era. Inside, you still get that Lexus tight feeling. Clean controls, decent materials, and a cabin that tends to hold up better than you'd expect for a compact hatch. In 2025, if your priority is simple, reliable transportation with premium build quality and excellent fuel economy, the CT200h is a very strong buy. If you asked a mechanic, which modern Lexus SUV can I buy used in 2025 that still feels current, but won't hit me with those scary luxury SUV repair bills? The 2022 Lexus RX 350 would be one of the safest answers. This is basically the RX doing what it's always done, giving you the look and comfort people want in a luxury SUV while keeping the engineering conservative enough to hold up over time. From the outside, the 2022 RX still looks exactly like what a premium SUV should look like in 2025. The LED headlights are sharp, the stance is clean and confident, and the body lines are simple in a good way. Nothing overly complicated or trendy that's going to feel weird a few years from now. It doesn't scream for attention. It just looks like an expensive, well-designed SUV that belongs in any neighborhood, any parking lot, any driveway. Open the door and you get the reason RX owners stay loyal. The seats are wide and comfortable, and the driving position is one of the best parts. You sit high enough to see traffic clearly, but not so high that it feels like you're driving a truck. The cabin is quiet and calm, with that familiar Lexus tight build feeling. Solid switches, good materials, and an interior that still feels properly put together when it's been cared for. In a clean RX, you don't get that annoying used luxury vibe where everything starts buzzing and creaking. Close the door, and the outside world drops away with a muted, heavy thud. Instant, this is built-right energy. Under the hood, the 2022 RX 350 uses a 3.5-liter naturally aspirated V6 paired with a traditional automatic transmission. And that drivetrain choice is a big deal for long-term value. No turbo lag, no weird power delivery, no overworked small engine trying to move a big SUV, just smooth, steady V6 power that feels effortless. Around town, it pulls away cleanly, and on the highway, it cruises like it's barely trying. That relaxed, non-stressed feeling is exactly what you want if you're buying used and planning to keep it a long time. On the road, the RX stays loyal to its mission, comfort first. The suspension is tuned to smooth out real-world roads, potholes, patched pavement, speed bumps, so you feel more of a gentle glide than harsh impacts. Steering is light and easy in parking lots, which makes daily life less stressful, but it remains stable at highway speeds. The RX tracks straight, doesn't wander, and keeps wind and road noise low enough that long trips don't leave you exhausted. It's not a sporty SUV, and it doesn't need to be. It's built to be a comfortable, grown-up place to spend time. In daily life, the RX 350 is one of the most practical luxury SUVs you can buy used in 2025. There's real space in the back seat for adults or family, and the cargo area is big enough for luggage, groceries, strollers, whatever real life throws at you. The hatch opening is easy to load, and the ride height helps with entry and exit without feeling awkward. And you get modern safety tech and convenience features without everything being trapped behind fragile, annoying touch-only controls. If you want a used Lexus in 2025 that still feels modern, still feels premium, and still feels like a smart, low-drama ownership choice, the 2022 RX 350 is exactly that. If you asked a mechanic, what's a used Lexus sedan in 2025 that still feels premium, drives nicely, and doesn't come with luxury car drama? The 2014 Lexus IS 250 is one of those quiet, safe answers. It's not the newest, and it's not the fastest, but it's the kind of car that tends to stay dependable and feel well-built long after a lot of other used luxury sedans start feeling tired. From the outside, the 2014 still has that sharp Lexus look. It's compact, sporty, and clean, especially with the aggressive front end and sleek headlights. Even in 2025, it doesn't look like some old luxury car that's lost its charm. It looks like a proper, well-designed compact premium sedan that still fits in modern traffic. Inside, the IS 250 delivers that classic Lexus tightness. The cabin feels solid, the buttons and switches still feel sturdy when the car is cared for, and the overall layout is simple enough to age well. The seats are supportive, the driving position is comfortable, and it has that driver-focused vibe without being harsh or annoying. In a good example, you don't get the loose, rattly feeling some used luxury cars develop. Everything still feels put together. Under the hood, the IS 250 uses a 2.5-liter naturally aspirated V6 paired with a traditional automatic. That's important because it's a conservative, proven setup. No turbo complications, no weird power spikes, just smooth, predictable delivery. It won't launch like a rocket, but it moves confidently, and it's the kind of drivetrain that can stay reliable with basic maintenance instead of demanding constant attention. On the road, the IS feels smaller and more agile than the bigger Lexus sedans. Steering is easy, it's simple to place in traffic, and it's one of those cars that makes daily driving feel light instead of stressful. Ride quality leans sporty, but still Lexus composed, so you get control without feeling like you're being punished on rough roads. In 2025, the IS 250 is a great buy if you want an affordable entry into Lexus ownership, premium feel, solid build, and long-term dependability, as long as you find one with decent maintenance history. If you want a used Lexus in 2025 that keeps the RX comfort and reliability vibe but adds a little more attitude, the 2019 Lexus RX 350F Sport is a great pick. It's basically the same easy-to-own RX formula: quiet cabin, solid build quality, and that smooth V6 power, just wrapped in a sharper-looking package with sportier details. The F Sport stands out with more aggressive styling, nicer wheels, and a cabin that feels a bit more driver-focused. But the key point is this: it doesn't sacrifice the RX mission. You still get that calm, comfortable ride, strong highway stability, and the kind of practical space that makes the RX one of the best daily luxury SUVs. Rear seat is roomy, cargo space is useful, and everything about it feels designed to be lived with. In 2025, if you want an RX that looks and feels a little cooler without becoming risky or complicated, the 2019 RX 350F Sport is exactly that. If you're shopping used in 2025 and you want the Lexus luxury feel for less money, the 2016 Lexus ES 350 is one of the safest value plays out there. It's not the newest ES, but it still delivers the core things people buy Lexus for: a quiet cabin, a smooth ride, and a drivetrain that's built to last when it's been maintained properly. The ES 350's strength is how easy it is to live with. The seating is comfortable, the driving position is relaxed, and the car feels calm in traffic and on the highway. It doesn't try to be sporty, it's designed to make daily driving feel effortless. Under the hood, you're typically getting that 3.5-liter naturally aspirated V6, which is exactly the kind of simple, proven setup that ages well compared to more complicated luxury options. In 2025, the 2016 ES 350 is perfect if you want a used Lexus that still feels premium, but you'd rather put your money into a clean example than pay extra just for a newer model year. If you asked a Lexus fan, what's the best used Lexus sedan in 2025 that feels more premium than an ES, but still keeps that Lexus reliability reputation? The 2013 Lexus GS 350 is the answer a lot of smart buyers land on. The GS has always been the quiet middle ground in the lineup, more solid and upscale feeling than the ES, more grown-up and comfortable than the smaller IS, and built on a formula that doesn't age badly. From the outside, the 2013 GS still looks sharp in 2025. It has that clean, executive shape with just enough aggression in the front end to feel modern. It's not flashy, but it looks expensive in a mature way, like a car someone buys because they want quality, not attention. Step inside and you get that proper Lexus vibe: supportive seats, solid controls, and an interior that tends to stay tight when the car has been cared for. A good GS doesn't feel flimsy or worn out. It still feels like a well-built luxury sedan. Under the hood, the GS 350 uses a 3.5-liter naturally aspirated V6, and that's a big reason it's such a strong long-term choice. No turbo complications, no weird behavior, just smooth, predictable power paired with a traditional automatic. It pulls away effortlessly, cruises quietly, and feels relaxed on the highway. That relaxed nature is exactly what helps cars live a long life, because the drivetrain isn't constantly working at the edge. On the road, the GS is one of the best all-rounders Lexus ever made. The ride is comfortable, but it also feels planted and stable, especially at higher speeds. It's the kind of sedan you can drive all day without feeling drained. And in 2025, it's also a value win because you're getting that near-flagship comfort and build quality for used prices that are often way more reasonable than newer luxury sedans. If you want a used Lexus that still feels like real luxury, still drives like a refined sedan, and still makes sense for long-term ownership, the 2013 GS 350 is one of the smartest picks on this list. If you want the most old-school Lexus choice on this list in 2025, the one that feels like it was built back when Lexus was obsessed with over-engineering, the 2007 Lexus LS 460 is exactly that car. This is the flagship sedan from the era when Lexus wanted to prove a point. Smooth V8 power, vault-like build quality, and a cabin designed to feel expensive for a long time. Even today, the LS 460 still has that clean, executive presence. It doesn't look trendy, but it looks classy, and that kind of styling ages better than people expect. Step inside, and you get the real reason these cars earn loyal fans. The seats are comfortable, the materials feel rich, and the cabin has a quiet, insulated calm that many newer cars still struggle to match. In a well-kept LS, the doors shut heavy, the interior feels tight, and the whole car gives off that built-properly impression. If you want a used Lexus in 2025 that feels modern, easy to drive, and still has that Lexus built-right vibe, but without jumping into a big sedan or SUV, the 2016 Lexus IS 200T is a smart little pick. It's the more contemporary turbocharged option in the IS range, and it fits people who want a compact luxury sedan that feels sharp in traffic and comfortable on the highway. From the outside, the 2016 IS still looks aggressive and clean. It has that sporty Lexus face, a compact stance, and a design that doesn't scream old car even in 2025. Inside, you get a driver-focused cabin with supportive seats and the solid switchgear Lexus is known for. In a good example, it still feels tight. No cheap looseness, no falling apart interior vibe. Just that calm, well-assembled feel that makes people trust the brand. Under the hood, the IS 200T uses a 2.0-liter turbo four-cylinder with a traditional automatic transmission. The power delivery is smooth and punchy enough for everyday driving, good for merging, passing, and city traffic,